Samoan's connection to Africa. Firstly, man, I'm just gonna say something. I'm gonna expose this guy. This guy right here, he ain't Samoan. Number one, he doesn't even have Samoan tattoos on his hand. Number two, I've seen him on TikTok. I even called him out for pretending to be Samoan. And this is the danger of African Americans who have this ideology that they are some other race, that they're Native Indians or they're Egyptians or Israel. What happens is they convince themselves that within their minds. Then they go out there pretending and lying to the world that they are Samoans when they're not. Take on fake tattoos, right? And then make up fake history of Samoa. So let's see what this guy has to say about Samoans. That he's convinced Samoans and black folks are long lost cousins or something. Okay, long cousins. Let's have a look.
Polynesians have the Kikuyu DNA.
Okay, Kikuyu DNA. So who are the Kikuyu? For 10 minutes, I'm gonna cut it up. I'm gonna cut this video up and then I'm gonna show you guys the Kikuyu people. Okay, the Kikuyu people are a Bantu tribe in the central Kenya, but also found in significantly fewer numbers in Tanzania at a population of 8 million. Okay, this is what he's trying to say, that we are Kikuyu. 1800. Okay. Number one, that he did not realize. Kikuyu has ear loops in their ears. Here, have a good look at Kikuyu. That's how you know this guy's not Samoan. There is no war. What this guy does not realize, right? Okay. What this guy does not realize that in 1200 AD, what he was trying to say was a time when there was slavery. Okay, Europeans were taking them slavery. Here's that during that time that he was talking about there was a hole in the side of Africa where the wolves would speak if you only listen. Wolves that tell your tale so sad that the tears in the cheeks of Africa glisten. Stand and hear a million slaves tell you how they walked so far, that many died in misery while the rest ensouled in Zanzibar. Why is this guy making up lies, not realizing that in 1200 AD was during a time when a lot of Kenyans were being taken as slaves? To 1500 AD was the immediate Swahili city-states, the earliest gravestones of the greedy ruins dates to the earliest part. The oldest Swahili texts in existence date to this period. They were written Old Swahili scripts. Does he even understand that if he was telling the truth, that Samoans came from 1,000 came from these people, that they would actually have a language? It's called a Swahili text. Okay, that's a written language that came about during this era in time that he was talking about. And he does not realize that within Polynesia, and I'm talking about West Polynesia, there is no written language. Zero. This is how you know this guy's not Samoan. Look, 1,200 years ago. Oh my goodness.
A lot of the war. That's because we are. A lot of people don't know that Polynesians have the Kikuyu DNA. And if you do not know what the Kikuyu DNA is, look up about 800 to 1,200 years ago. There was a war off the coast of Kenya, Somali. And a lot of the war. That's because we are. A lot of people don't know that Polynesians have the Kikuyu DNA. And if you do not know what the Kikuyu DNA is, look up about 800 to 1,200 years ago. There was a war off the coast of Kenya, Somali.
This is how you know that you can tell the difference between a real Samoan and a fake Samoan. I show you that this guy is not Samoan at all. Not only can I tell by the tattoos, but I can tell by his facial features that he's definitely white, black mix. But let's have a listen to this guy first, right?
The coast of Kenya,
how you can tell a fake, someone pretending to be someone.
And a lot of the war. That's because we are. A lot of people don't know that Polynesians have the Kikuyu DNA. And if you do not know what the Kikuyu DNA is, look up about 800 to 1,200 years ago. There was a war off the coast of Kenya, Somali. And a lot of the war.
And here over here, this is how an actual someone who has Samoan ancestry would talk like.
In the comments, I just say, my dad's of African descent, my mom is from Samoa. Somebody asked me if I'm black, I'm black. Somebody asked me if I'm Samoan, I'm Samoan. I claim 100% of all of me. But if you go to Samoa, you ask somebody who's from Samoa, who lives in Samoa, raised in Samoa, and if they're black, they're going to say, no, I'm a Samoan. Because believe it or not, there's places on earth that only think in terms of ethnicity. They don't think in terms of race. I'm Samoan, he's Fijian, she's Hawaiian, he's Palauan, whatever. But then you have people that only know how to make sense of the world by race. Black, white, Asian, everybody else is some kind of Hispanic. And I've had this conversation several times in life. People are like, oh, you're part Asian, right? No, Samoan. Same thing. The Mexican dude, right? No, he's Puerto Rican. Same thing. All this right here, that's erasure. But yeah, if you go way back, several different kind of people migrated to Samoa. So that's where the diversity in the looks come from. And some of it looks black, as the creator said. But when you focus just on that, you get into these kind of hotep conversations where you ignore thousands of years of culture, history, and ethnicity. And this is why people that think in terms of ethnicity don't like getting into these kind of discussions with people that think in terms of race, because they're quick to do that and make them be what they understand. Everything don't fit in them race boxes, particularly the history and the people of Samoa. So are Samoans black? It depends on who you ask and the context of the conversation.